case, I guess let's move right into it. Good evening. I'll call to order the Common City Council meeting for the City of Brookings for today, Monday, December 8th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Councilor Malmberg.
Here.
Councilor Prada.
Here.
Councilor Martin.
Here.
Councilor Fulton. Here. Mayor Hodges.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Oral requests and communication from the audience. I have none.
Correct.
Is that correct? Thank you. Moving on to item E, the consent calendar. Number 1, to approve council minutes for November 10th, 2025. Number 2, to accept the planning commission minutes for October 7th, 2025. And last, to receive the monthly financial report for October 2025.
I'll move to approve the consent calendar.
I second.
Call the question.
Councilor Martin.
Yes.
Councilor Fulton.
Yes.
Councilor Prada.
Yes.
Councilor Malmberg.
Yes.
Mayor Hodges.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Item F, staff reports, public hearings, ordinances, resolutions, and final orders. First on that list is the audit report for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. And will that be you, Lou?
Yep. Mayor, Council, we finished the audit for fiscal year 24-25. We're here today so that you can accept the audit. And Sensiba LLP, our new auditors, did the audit this year. And a copy is attached. Also, I put bound copies in your boxes. And it's available on the website, and for the public here at City Hall, we have copies. The city received an unmodified opinion on the June 30th, 2025 audit, which means that the financial statements are presented fairly in all material respects in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles.
Thank you. How did we decide how long we were going to stick with the auditors?
I believe it's a 3-year.
3-year? Okay.
Yeah, this is their first year with us, and we had a little bit of a learning curve on both sides, but it ended up working out pretty good.
Well, I appreciate it because I know last year we were sort of talking about it, and I think it was time. But to your point, I don't think people realize when you switch auditors, which rightfully so, but they don't trust what you give them anymore. They go clear to the bank. They want everything fresh. But I hope the city the citizens of the city appreciate that work. And at the end of the day, you got a clean audit report from a new company. That's great.
Yeah, it was a lot this year. It was a lot.
I bet.
And I think that we're probably maybe a little bigger than they're used to. They do a lot of school districts, and so I think for them it was a lot too. But we got through it just in time.
In my professional job, I've gone through multiple auditors, and I know it's a lot of work because everybody does it a little differently. So I thank you and the rest of the staff's willingness to adjust and go through that process. And I also just wanted to say that in going through that audit report, I want to commend staff on how well they have prepared the budget, because if you notice on just about every single fund, both the revenue always comes in higher than expected generally, and the expenses lower, and in the end generally every fund is increased some. And so I just want to say thanks for all your hard work. I know it's an immense amount of work.
Anyone else?
I'll echo what the other council members have said. I appreciate the hard work of city staff on this, and then also what Mayor Hodges said for the public. The city, this is required, but the city does an extremely good job of having open books and the public can see how their funds are spent and track everything, and everything is out in the open.
I know there's a lot of cities that are behind or have problems, and to year after year have a clean audit report is really commendable.
Well, thank you. My staff is great.
I can make a motion to accept the city's audit for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2025.
I'll second. Call the question.
Counselor Fulton.
Yes.
Counselor Correa.
Yes.
Counselor Malmberg.
Yes.
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Mayor Hodges.
Yes.
The motion carries.
All right, moving on to item F2, wastewater treatment plant generator installation contract. Mr. Barron?
Yep, thank you, Mayor Hodges, members of the council. This is a request for kind of a second part of a three-part process. One was to purchase the generator for the wastewater treatment plant, which you authorized back in April. We received it, now we need to install it. So these are, what you have before you is estimates from 3 different local contractors, the lowest being Don Kirk Construction at $29,972 and some change. So this is essentially authorizing city manager to enter an agreement with them as the low bidder. Do you have any questions?
Any questions? Well, it needs to be installed.
Yeah, we bought it. Can't leave it in a garage forever. Any idea about the timeline, or like, when are we thinking this thing will be operational?
Well, we get an agreement this week with them. It'd probably take a few weeks to get it installed, and then we have to hire another company to come over and actually do the startup on it, which is generally a generator company. Then after that, we have the last phase, which we can actually operate the generator without it, but we're abandoning the underground and putting in an above ground fuel tank. That's another phase that you'll see. You may see it, I'm not sure. We purchased that tank, but the installation of it may or may not come in front of you, depending on how much it costs to install it. So I would think, I would give it 4 weeks before it's operational.
That was our discussion I was trying to remember earlier about the fuel tank. Okay, all right.
We struggled with getting the contractors that responded to take that part of the work on. So that's another. So I just took it off the table for now, just to get it installed and get it out of the garage, so to speak. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Does that seem like we might have a difficult time getting someone to come in and do that piece then separate from this?
No, I found some others.
Okay.
But like I said, they didn't want to do the generator install. So
Okay.
that was why I broke the project apart, to make
Got
it
it.
simpler and get it moving along.
Any other discussion? Well, I'll make the motion to authorize city manager to execute an agreement with Don Kirk Construction in the amount of $29,972.91 for the install of a new emergency power generator at the city's wastewater treatment plant.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Counselor Correa.
Yes.
Counselor Malmberg.
Yes.
Counselor Martin.
Yes.
Counselor Fulton.
Yes.
Mayor Hodges.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Moving on to item G, this is a non-action item, the November vouchers for 2025. Seemed like there was a lot of checks.
Yeah, there's a few big ones.
hearing nothing, I'll move on to item H, remarks from the mayor, councilors, and city manager.
I could speak first. Just really appreciated being able to attend the tree lighting thing along with several others and family of the mayor that was able to step in for him. And it's just a heartwarming thing that, to have these, little small town things that kind of makes you just remember how fortunate we are to be members of the community. I appreciate being a part of it.
How many people showed up? I couldn't really tell them what I saw.
Maybe 30 or 40.
That's what I would say, yeah.
Okay, that's a good
That's
turnout.
a decent crowd, yeah.
It's a small area.
Yeah, a few kids and Santa showed up in the fire truck. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
He's busy this time of year. I don't know if we wanted to discuss maybe,
I was going to do it at the end of the urban renewal, closing remarks, but I can do it now if you'd like. Probably could do it now.
yeah,
Okay.
I would,
Sure. There was been some questions and a little bit of confusion, and I apologize to any of the members of the public that might have been a little bit confused as to the mayor's announced that he is going to be stepping down in January at the January 12th meeting, and we are advertising and soliciting for folks that are interested in being a council member. And I apologize if there was any confusion, and that came with the assumption that one of the 4 other council members would step into the mayor's position. Legally, I think our city attorney's on here. We could actually, if no one wanted to step up into that position, have one of the applicants, I guess, come in as the mayor. But theoretically, I've never seen that before, but theoretically, a council member will step up into that position and then open it up. So we're accepting applications from, we started December 1st, going through the 15th, next Monday. We've had, I think, 3 or 4 already come in, and others that have expressed some interest as well. So, but I just wanted to clarify that. And so I'm hopeful between now and the next meeting in January, that kind of, we kind of, or the council among themselves figures out who's going to step up into that position as the mayor. And then the mayor will resign at the end of the meeting in January, and then we'll have the folks here for interviews immediately following to do for the council positions. So.
yeah, so essentially, applicants right now, I guess it's fair to say, don't know exactly what position they are filing for, but they will definitely, there will be an open position. And I also was under the assumption and still have great hope that, yes, one of the 4 of you up here will step in and take the remainder of 11 months, a year of the mayor position, because it's 2 year versus 4, of course. I think that is extremely fair to the city, because they know all of you, and also to me, the sooner it's done, the applicants will also know what position they would be looking to fill. And I don't know how big of an issue that is for the applicants, honestly, but there are different times that they would be up. And
We have a couple folks sitting up here where their terms end in 26, and then some that end in 28. So depending on who steps up as the mayor, then we'll know when that position will, how long that person will be able, once they're appointed, how long their appointment will last, either less than a year or almost 3 years, depending on which seat gets filled.
yeah. And I just want to put this out here again. I know I've said it before, but I am very confident. Obviously, I think any of the 4 up here will do a much better job than I. So I really expect one of you to take this spot.
Should we schedule a meeting to discuss this? This is something that we need to discuss in the open. I've already had a discussion with one council member, so I can't talk to another council member about this.
We could schedule a special meeting for that if to discuss it publicly. And we just have to find a date that everybody's going to be available. Or we could do it, well, I was going to say that wouldn't give a whole lot of time. Do it prior to the next council meeting, have a special meeting before that. So, but probably be easier to have just a.
That is the next council.
It's my understanding, so you're saying the next meeting in January is when you'll be making your official resignation, which is a few days prior to the required applicant ending time. But it's my understanding we have 60 days, I think?
Yeah, 60 days.
To fill, and Councilor Martin would be the acting presiding officer at that point.
Yes. Well, we could schedule a meeting to discuss that
I just don't know when.
soon, I would hope. So,
Well, I just mean, because the last meeting is canceled, correct?
yes,
For December.
it's right up against
Yeah.
Christmas.
Correct. It is Christmas, I think, isn't it? Anyways, whatever meeting,
So, I do know, well, we have the city's Christmas parties Friday, so I don't know if everybody would be available. Well, we can talk about it after the meeting, kind of poll and find out when folks would be available for that. New calendars.
I'd like to encourage the public to apply.
Yes.
For those who would like to get more involved and serve their community.
Same.
It's not something I would have ever imagined myself doing. So just because you feel that way, don't count yourself out. Yeah.
All right, any other remarks before we move into the next meeting?
I wasn't here in person last time to make my comments in regards to your announcement, but I just want to say my gratitude and thanks for the time that I've served alongside you. It was myself who nominated Mr. Hodges for the position, and I've never regretted that. I think that you've done an excellent job, and I appreciate the way that you hear and listen to the public and preside. And so I just want to express my gratitude and regret that you're having to step down, but I understand that that's the way life works sometimes. So thanks for your service to the community. And I know that's not going to go away just because you're not seated in this spot.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I know the city's, well, I guarantee you. I mean, everyone up here and all the leaders manage the city. City's in great hands, and I know you. Any of you will do a better job than me, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, well, if that's it for the remarks of the city council, we'll adjourn at city council meeting. We'll adjourn at